Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are doing well. In today's video, I will be sharing with you my favorite bags from every single luxury designer that I own. And obviously there are many designers out there, but I don't necessarily own a bag from every single luxury brand. Not that I don't like all the brands, but I just might not have vibed in particular with one, enough to pull the trigger on it at least. But anyway, this video was inspired by my lovely YouTube friend Amber Ashley, who did a video called something like best bags from every brand. So I don't know if this was necessarily a tag video. I don't think she tagged me. I'm tagging myself, whatever. And let's just get into it. So for this video, I will be focusing mostly on my luxury designer bags that I own, but I have two honorable mentions from more contemporary brands. And the first is from Coach, and it is the Coach Cassie. Now, I did a video comparing the Coach Cassie to similar bags, one of which I will be featuring in this video. So check that out. But this is just one of my favorite bags to use for just like daily workhorse errands, running around. I wear this to my kids' soccer practice because I don't necessarily want to get my, more expensive designer bags dirty. And I just love this. So check that video out. I go over all the features. I love that it has this essential slip pocket in the back for my phone. It has this turn lock in the front. It has dividers inside. It has a long adjustable crossbody strap and then a top handle. So it's just really easy to use, very carefree, very durable. I've used this for several years and it has no wear and tear at all. And I just love the color. I actually own this in other colors, but this is a great bag. It's a great style if you are wanting to get the LV Pochette Métis because it's probably the most similar to that design. So if you've been wanting to get the LV Pochette Métis and you just want to see how it fits into your lifestyle, this is a great kind of a entry into the luxury world, I guess, because it's a much lower price point than the LV Pochette Métis. And so this is definitely my first honorable mention. My favorite bag from Coach is the Coach Cassie. And then another quick honorable mention is the Longchamp Le Pliage tote bag. And this in particular is the expandable version that has a zipper across the middle. So you can make it a little bigger when you need to. And when you don't need it to be as big, you can zip this closed and it makes it a little bit shorter. The Le Pliage tote is always on my list if there's ever a sale. These go on sale pretty frequently because they come out with tons of colors. I own this in several colors. Even if you don't get the expandable version, just the regular Le Pliage tote is great because Longchamp has a great repair policy where they will repair the corners of the bag. The corners often get worn, wear and tear. It gets eventually holes in the bottom, depending on how heavily you use it, but they will repair it for free. And so I had one of my older Longchamp Le Pliage tote bags repaired and they did a great job and it looks good as new. I did a whole video about that also. But this is definitely one of my favorite travel bags and one that I always recommend if you are just in need of a great tote bag for a great price. These are, I think, priced at $150 or less. You can often get them on sale for less than $100. I'm always posting them on my Instagram, by the way, so follow me on Instagram. It's @heatedmess. Whenever there's a great sale, I always post in my Instagram stories. But the Longchamp Le Pliage tote is my favorite bag from their entire brand. And then from Gucci, my favorite bag is their Boston bag in the small size. This is from the Gucci Blooms collection. It was a limited edition collection, although they still have the slides, like the shoes, which I also own, the sandals. But I just love this because it is such a classic silhouette. It's very similar, obviously, to the LV Speedy. But what I like about this is the zipper goes all the way around the sides here. And then it has D-rings on both sides where you can attach the included crossbody strap. Now, my oldest LV bag and the first LV bag I've ever owned is the LV Speedy 25, which is probably very similar in shape and size to this. But it's the original Speedy, not the bandolier version. So there's no crossbody strap. And then also the opening is very narrow on the LV Speedy. So I really prefer the Gucci version of this. Very cute. I love the coated canvas. I love the Blooms print. Now, to be fair, I don't own a lot of Gucci bags. There are some styles that I appreciate from afar. The Jackie O bag, the Hobo bag, and maybe the Ophidia crossbody. So if I ever own those, my list might change. And by the way, disclaimer, this is just what I like for myself and what I think are good recommendations for others. So I can really only go by what I own and what I know. But I know that I definitely like this better than the LV equivalent. So that is the Gucci Boston bag in the small size. And then next from Fendi, my favorite bag is their Fendi Mama baguette or Mama Forever. This bag probably goes by several names. Actually, I have the original receipt in here. If you watched my recent luxury handbag collection video, I went through every single bag in my collection, and I love this bag so much that I own it in 2 colors, and I'm considering getting it in a 3rd color. But I actually even found the original receipt. Yeah, so I got this in 2007 for $590, you guys. And now they don't make this anymore, but you can find this on the resale market. And actually the resale price of this is even higher than what it originally retailed for. But I truly love this because it is very easy to carry. It's tapered here at the top, but it has a wide base. I do have a Samorga organizer in here to keep the shape and keep it organized inside. There it is. The straps are adjustable. The Fendi baguette is probably one of their most iconic bags. But what I love about this, again, is it holds so much more than the baguette. And even though I do have the baguette kind of on my short list of bags to get, the baguette is a very cute bag and very iconic again, but it is very narrow and short, and it just really doesn't hold as much as I typically carry. So it's more of a dressy bag for me, whereas the Fendi Mama bag can be used as an everyday purse, like an everyday daily carry. It's not an overwhelming size. So I just really love this. I think instead of spending upwards of $3,000 on the baguette, I might just go ahead and get a vintage Mama bag again in the Zucca print. This is my favorite bag from Fendi. If you can get your hands on it, the Fendi Mama bag. Mama Forever, whatever it's called. And then from YSL, my favorite bag is the YSL Collage Matelassé bag. I love, again, that this has the back pockets. It is a great size. I love the design. Like, I love this chevron print. I have this in the black lambskin. I don't know what the leather is, but the hardware is this kind of an antique-y, like an antique silver gunmetal. And this is very similar also, again, to the LV Pochette Métis and the Coach Cassie, in that it has the slip pocket back there for the phone. And then the inside has the little dividers in here. This is a little smaller than the Pochette Métis and the Coach Cassie, but I just love the hardware. Look at that, so cool. Very edgy. YSL was probably the hardest for me to pick one of my favorites because I also really love the YSL Lou camera bag and the YSL Rive Gauche tote bag, which is up there. Can you see it up there on the top shelf? But I just found that I use this a lot more than I do that tote bag or the camera bag. While the camera bag is a great style and a great size, this pocket, you guys, is so crucial to keeping your phone. You know, you're always going in and out, getting your phone. So I just love this. So yeah, this bag can be dressed down and can be dressed up for a night out. The YSL Collage Matelassé bag. And then from Dior, my favorite bag is the regular large size book tote in the navy oblique. I have kind of a love-hate relationship with this bag because it is probably my biggest bag, I would say. Yeah, I think this is even bigger than the LV On The Go GM. It's bigger than my Rive Gauche tote. This is a large bag. It is very hefty, and it's not the most practical bag to use, you guys. But I just love the shape. I love the look of it. A crucial thing for me is having an organizer inside. Again, I have a Samorga organizer in here, and it's just a game changer because you have this water bottle pocket. You have the zipper top to keep it protected, because that is a big complaint that a lot of people have about the book tote, is that it's just one huge, just empty tote bag with a big opening. But with an organizer with a zip top, it really kind of changes everything. Now, what doesn't change, however, is that the handles are just really the 2 rolled handles. Now, I've done review videos showing how to wear this and how to carry it. You can, at least for me, I can wear it over my shoulders as long as the bag isn't super stuffed inside, but it's not the most practical, it's not the most comfortable to use. And so as a travel bag, it really is not the most comfortable travel bag for me. But as a daily, just everyday, whatever tote bag or a road trip bag, this really does everything you need it to do, which is to just carry all your stuff from point A to point B, but it can get very heavy. So while it's not the most practical travel bag or practical baby bag, I know some moms out there, I have 3 kids, and I just would not really recommend this as a baby bag, but it is a great statement tote bag if you don't have little kids running around and if you aren't walking for long periods of time. This is my favorite Dior bag because even though it is not the most practical and most comfortable, I love the look of it, and it does hold its value. So if investment and value is a consideration for you, then this would be a great choice because the price of this has gone up significantly So if I were to resell this, which I don't have plans on reselling this anytime soon, I did get this for a decent price before the prices have skyrocketed, and I would at least make my money back and maybe even more so. So I definitely would go with a book tote as my favorite Dior bag. And now for Louis Vuitton. If you are familiar with my channel, you might know what my favorite bag is. If you are not familiar with my channel, you might be surprised based on my handbag collection video, because probably I own more monogram pieces, but my favorite LV bag, hands down, is the LV Outdoor Messenger. Now, this is part of the men's collection. I just think it's such a great bag, you guys. It is so comfortable. It has these 2 pockets here. I keep my phone here. I love men's bags. I just think they are so practical. The style makes so much more sense, I think, for me. I was looking for kind of a mom bag. I wanted to be able to hold baby bottles in here and wipes and whatever, but I didn't want a huge bag. And this has a very comfortable shoulder strap. It's adjustable. I just really like it. I've had this for, I really need to do an updated review on this bag. I've done a review on this. I've shown you how I pack it, what fits inside. It fits a ton, but because of the design, it doesn't feel huge and it doesn't feel heavy. So I just truly like this. I highly recommend, if you're a woman and you're looking for a crossbody bag and you're just really not finding it in the women's collection, check out the men's bags because they have some great designs. I just think people are really sleeping on men's bags. So I love this. I kind of want this in another color also. It just makes so much sense. This is the bag that if I can't even be bothered to match my outfit or style my outfit, I just want to grab and go. I 99% grab this bag. It's my most used, most worn LV bag, the LV Men's Outdoor Messenger bag. And if you have watched my videos where I talk about my favorite bags, my favorite Chanel bag is this lovely lady right here. This is the Chanel Sunset on the Sea. And I also like the cocoa handle in this iridescent blue. I think the best bag from the brand that I would probably recommend to other people is the Chanel DeVille tote. Now I have it in 2 sizes. I have the small size in this beige kind of striped raffia here. And then I have the large in this navy denim. And I mean, it's truly up to you. I am leaning more towards the larger size as the best bag because even though it's pretty large, it's not that heavy and it just is such a great bag up until I got my Hermes grooming tote, which is right over there. This was my #1 travel bag. It's a great work bag. It's a great mommy bag, especially when you have an organizer, which I do here, similar to the book tote organizer. It has a water bottle pocket on the side. I have air paper stuffed in here, even though you don't really need it. Another water bottle pocket right there. And then again, it is an open tote, but it has this zip cover, which makes it so much more usable and practical. But even if you don't have an organizer, the DeVille tote has these 2 snap little flaps right here to kind of keep it closed. And I love that it has 2 top handles and the shoulder straps. What I would recommend if you want probably the biggest bang for your buck, I definitely recommend the Chanel DeVille tote. Preferably this larger or medium or whatever size. The sizes are kind of crazy. I'm actually not sure exactly what size this is, but I prefer the larger size. If you prefer smaller totes, the small Chanel DeVille tote is also a great option. It's very lightweight, it holds a lot. The only difference is, other than the size, the smaller DeVille does not have the top handles the way the larger one has. So you can't, hand carry it as easily. So yes, I definitely think the Chanel DeVille is probably the best bag. If you're looking at it in terms of investment, I guess you could say the classic flaps are probably a better bang for your buck. I have 2 sizes, I think, here. The classic flap prices go up every single year. And I just love the look of the Sunset on the Sea. But for me, I just think the best bag is the Chanel DeVille. And last but not least, for Hermes, my favorite Hermes bag is the Birkin in any color, any size. But in particular, and in my case, I would go with this one, which is the Birkin 30 in the cray color in the yellow gold hardware. If you guys have been watching my channel, I recently unboxed this. I got the offer the day that I reached 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. It was International Women's Day. It just was like such a coincidence, such a moment for me. and I just could not be happier. I just love this bag so much. The Birkin, I don't even know what else to tell you. I appreciate the Kelly. If I were offered the Kelly, I don't know if I would have taken it because I do prefer the Chanel Coco handle, which I also own. But in terms of investment alone, the Birkin is the best investment you can make in a handbag. It will always carry its value unless you completely destroy it. If you're looking from just purely an investment standpoint, you cannot go wrong with a Birkin in any color. But in particular, and I guess I'm just very lucky that I got it in a very sought after color, which is this cray off-white color. Again, I'm not familiar with Hermes. I'm still learning about the colors and the types of leathers and designs and whatever. All I know is that this is a very sought after color and it is my favorite. So this is it. I do have the clochette and the key and everything hanging off the front, but I probably will keep it inside because I don't want it to scratch on the front. And I also have twillies to protect the handles, but definitely my favorite Hermes bag is the Hermes Birkin. So that is just a roundup of my favorite bags from every single brand that I own. There are other designers and other bags that I do like and appreciate from afar, but I just don't own. So if I ever add a brand new designer to my collection, I might have to reassess. But let me know what are your favorite bags from your favorite brands, whether or not you own them, and let me know what you guys think about the ones that I mentioned in this video. Thank you, Amber Ashley, for creating this video and inspiring me to tag myself. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye.